Hello and welcome to Vinyasa Fusion, Volume 1. My name's Aaron and this is Caitlin. Let's reach up with our legs in a nice wide stance. Big open stretch. Take it over to one side and then over to the other side. Hands come down and it's a gentle spinal rotation. One way, other side. Stay over here and press back. Let's repeat, other way. 3, 2, 1, press back. So what we're doing is we're warming up. We're creating heat and preparing our body for our workout. You could say that we're connecting our mind to our body. Push back. Go again. Notice how that heel is lifting up. One more time, please. 3, 2, 1. Push back. We're going to reach on up, and you're going to frog squat on down. Lunge back, and return to your frog squat. Go again. Up, down. Fingers are nice and wide, and you're spreading that weight out evenly. Go again. Now, if you think about your populations, you might want to start your group out here without even going all the way down. It's up to you. Up, down, go back. Okay, so right back to the beginning, we rotate. So when you're warming up, the moves do feel a little stiff and unnatural at first, but that's why we get warm. And what you'll notice is your range of motion will increase as you go. Notice how you're seeing more behind you. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nobody's dizzy yet, huh? Go again. 3, 2, 1. Press back. Okay, right up the middle. Let's go. Frog squat down. Lunge back. Frog squat. Go again. Up. Down. Lunge. Continue. Reach. So you create that heat. Your legs are getting longer. This move that felt so stiff just a couple minutes ago probably feels a little more natural now. Which brings us to round 3. We rotate again. Now look at that. You're probably turning a little more than when you started. Pressing back. I like to feel like I'm in about 3.5 feet of water. So I guess you can say this is an aqua program. No, I'm only kidding. Go again. 3, 2, 1. Press back. Repeat. Push back. One more time, please. 3, 2, 1. Push back. And we've got our nice wide stance. We reach up. Frog squat down. Lunge to one leg. Oh, look at that newfound length. Go again. Reach. Come down. Lunge backwards. Continue. Reach. Squat. Lunge. Squat. One more time. Up. Down. Okay. We're going to go slow. We're going to reach up slow. And then down into our frog squat, nice and slow and gentle. You take one foot and you bring it pretty close. You drop the knee, then the other knee. Then go wide into your squat. That's the floating tabletop. Let's do that again. All the way up. All the way down. Settle in. Take one knee back. And the other. Notice how that really switches on the core. How do you feel about that? Can we go a little faster? Up. Down. It's in, out, out. In, out, out, up, down. Take a look at this. If you want a little more, you can try that on your next one. Up, down, in, out. One more, please. Up, down, in, out, and let's go right in. Go right into our sun salutations. We've created our heat. We're going to turn on our side so you can see all of our movements. But feel free to do this in the plane that works for you. We've got our mountain pose. We've got extended mountain pose. Relax those shoulders. Return to mountain pose. Nice and tall. Extended mountain pose. So this begins our full sun salutation. And it's a little bit of broken chair as you come down. Then into your forward fold. That is a little nicer on the back. Step one foot back, followed by the other. Then you're in down dog. You're going to press your heels back if you can. Hips are as high as you can get them. See, I've got the everyman's down dog. So we come forward. Now notice you can be on the toes or the knees for your plank. Fingers are wide, evenly distributing that weight. We're going to turn our elbows in and come into crocodile. A little bit of plank going on here. Knees down, toes back if they're not already. And you're going to come up. Now you can do a variation of cobra, or you can come into a full up dog. Let's come back to our down dog by lifting your hips, pressing your heels back. Now squeeze and lift one leg. Try to turn your hip inward. Squeeze that rear end and lift up. Good job. That leg back there comes forward, followed by the other leg. Now here you are, you've got a forward fold. Tailbone is high, head is low. Now, sit back, check it out, broken chair. Not so broken. Slowly push up, and here you are. Mountain pose. Extended mountain pose. Round two. Coming into chair, the transition, and then into forward fold. All right, step one foot back, followed by the other. Can be any foot, can be a different foot this time. First, hold on to your down dog. Lift your hips as high as you can. Take advantage of that calf stretch. Let's come forward into plank. So like I said, knees or toes. Evenly distribute the weight throughout those wrists. Elbows in. Little push up, dare I say the word. Knees down, toes back. So your variation of cobra or full up dog, if you are one of those that likes to lift your kneecaps off the floor, don't let us stop you. Let's return to our down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. So make sure you do a different leg this time. Squeeze and lift. That's it. Hips are turned inwards. Oh, good stuff. It kind of sets the tone for where we're going with this workout. Now, lunge that through, followed by the other foot. And you've got your forward fold right here. You're all set up for it. Long in the back of the legs. Now go ahead and sit back and push through those heels. That's it. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Come on up. And then we've got our extended mountain pose. Our last time through, we've got a little chair as our transition. And then tip forward and do forward fold. Let's go ahead and step one foot back, followed by the other. Hips are high, heels back. Enjoy that down dog. It'll be used as a transition move later on. So we're going to come forward into plank again. Elbows in. And lower down, slow. Hang on to that plank. So knees are down, toes are back if they're not already. And we've got our up dog or version of up dog. We've got those cobras. Let's go ahead and come back to down dog. Hips are high, heels are back. This time you're just going to step one foot through, followed by the other. So there's our forward fold, followed by our chair. Open up the fingertips, grow taller, and this sets us up for what's to follow. Just another little extended mountain pose here. And hang on to your mountain pose. We can go into leg strength, which is next. So we're nice and wide. And feel free to take a little break or get a little drink of water in between any of these little music tracks that we have. Feet are wide. Now drop just a little lower. Wide sumo squat. Try not to be tipped forward. Sit back. And arms are out. Go ahead and squeeze those shoulder blades a little bit. Flip your palms. And you're going to relax your arms behind you. Go ahead and find your elbows. Now get a little lower. Good job. Let's set up our warrior one. You're going to turn over to one side. Reach the arms up. Sink into this one side. Notice, we're turned, we're dropped. Okay, you sneak that foot out a little bit, get a little lower. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Wrap your ribs forward a little bit. So this is warrior one, never gets enough attention. The one that's always the superstar is warrior two. Yes. So, bring your ribs to the center a little bit. Sneak this foot out, sink down. You can crank on the heel or uncrank it. You choose. Find those elbows. Get a little lower. All right. This is why it's called the leg strength track. Sink on in. You can do it. Center those ribs up. And we're going to straighten out that leg. We're going to reset the feet a little. Arms are going to come out. So we follow this strength with a little stretch. Tip from your hip. Triangle. Your hand can be in front or in back. You can use a block. Up to you. Just hang on a little longer. Nice long arms. Go ahead and set up those heels so both of them are down. Extending the angle of that knee. Great job. Level off. We're going to turn over to the other side. Warrior one. Bend the knee. That's in front. Go ahead and set that back heel. So it's very similar to Warrior 2. You're turned, you're lifted. I want you to sneak out that foot a little bit more and get just a little lower. Give those shoulder blades a little squeeze. Reach out to those fingers. Transfer the effort throughout. And we're going to go ahead and turn our bodies into Warrior 2. So fingertips out. You'll hear different theories, palms up, palm down. You do what you like. Sneak that foot out. Relax your shoulders. Find your elbows. And come on down. All right. So notice where my foot is. I can do it the magazine way. It's up to you. Bring those ribs to the center a little bit. And release. Spread the arms out, reset the legs, straighten out, and tip from the hip. Our triangle. Let the head be even. Nice neutral spot for it. Just a little longer. Enjoy that hamstring stretch. We will continue on that hamstring stretch journey later on. Come up to the center. We're going to drop down, right down the middle. Legs are still wide. And you're going to lift your heels and walk your hands over as your feet allow you to turn. Now try and set your feet so that both sets of feet can be down. Now you're going to reach one arm up and it's revolved, reversed triangle. That's it. Enjoy the stretch of the back of the legs. We touch on down, we walk across the front, allowing the feet to lift and move with us. Take your time to come across, set it up. So again, you may have to adjust where the foot placement is. So there you are. You're going to lift the other arm up so that you can look behind you. So there's a little bit of bend in your front knee, yes? It's okay, try and straighten out as best as you can. It's okay to have a little bend in the knee. And touch on down. Now walk your hands to the front. Legs go wide again, and you're going to sit back. We're going to set up our sumo squat again that we began with. Yes. And we're going to reach on up and straighten out the legs. Moving into balance. Feet are going to come together. And why give up our strength so easily and quickly? Let's come on down into a broken chair just for a second. Reach out nice and strong. Squeeze those shoulder blades. All right. Then, bring your hands together, right above you. Slowly push, up, up, up. We've got mountain pose. Good job. Starting with the one side. You lift this knee up. See how your big toe kind of helps keep your balance. Take this knee out to the side. And take a moment to set up a tree pose. A lot of people like to use their hands, so it's your chance. Anywhere along that leg, just not directly on the knee. So we've got our tree pose. Add some branches. Take a look here. I can always put my foot down. Excellent beginner balance. All the way right on through to advanced. We're all going to put our foot down. We're going to keep our hands up. We're going to tip from our hip into star, like you're reaching up for a top shelf, or you think your keys are hidden in the ceiling tiles. Reach a little more. One plane. This set of fingers reaches up tall, all the while squeezing those upper back muscles. And we come in for a landing. Great job. Okay, so mountain pose for a second. Lift this knee out to the side. Reset that upper body, that good posture. Now go ahead and find your tree. I just planted one today. So set it up, use the hands as you like. Anywhere along that leg is fine. And the branches. Good. When you teach a class like this, you'll be able to see an orchard in front of you of your students. Excellent. Step on down, and we're in star. So you're going to remove that leg, bring it to the outside. Take a moment to find your balance. Stick this arm way up, and as far as you reach this arm up, you reach the other arm out, and that leg out. A little more. Reaching nice and long. Try to keep the head neutral. And come in for a landing. Okay, we're going to go wide again, similar to how we ended our leg strength. Legs are wide. You're going to tip from the hip, and you're going to release the heel so you can walk up over to one side. Similar to before, one foot behind the other. Walk the hands forward and lift off. Turn your hips inwards, lift that leg off. Try to straighten out this front leg as best you can. Touch thing is too much of a good thing, so we'll touch down. And we're going to walk our hands across the front. Take your time to get set up, don't want to rush it. So again, one foot behind the other. Try to get both sets of heels down and lift off that rear leg. Turn the hip inwards. Try to straighten and put strength into this front heel here. Go ahead and touch down. We're going to walk our hands right across the front. Again, this time you're going to step your feet inwards to get ready for our chair. Your feet don't have to touch. Just bring them closer. So we're going to sit back and we're going to push those arms out right here. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Reach out. Oh boy. This sure feels like strength more than balance. Well, it is. But we'll add a little balance factor into it. Hands together. You know, it's going to be a little more challenging. You're just going to come up just a tiny bit, just 1 inch. 1 inch up higher. Reaching those hands. Now, 1 more inch. Keep sitting back in the heels. All right, a little taller. All the way up. Reach for the ceiling and hands out to the side. Good job. Okay, moving on into core. Core 1, followed by core 2. So we've got ourselves on all fours. Fingers are nice and wide. You reach one arm, and then the opposite leg up. Like someone is pulling on that arm and that leg. Your knee is right under your hip. And that leg, you want to keep the kneecap turned to the floor. Let's switch sides. Reach out long and strong. Like someone is pulling on your leg and your arm. And that comes down, that down dog transition. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, just for a second. Then come forward into plank. And dare I say the word push-up. Turn those elbows in, lower yourself to the floor. Knees down, toes back. Wide wingspan, lift. Now, take away the strain of the neck. Leave the feet down. Lift that chest. It's the opposite of a crunch. Okay, one hand forward and one hand out to the side, half bow pose. So if you think of that leg strength that we did before, this is the stretch for it. Keep the knees together. And you can let that go. Put your hands under your shoulder blades. Come to down dog. Lift your hips up. Press the heels back. And check it out. Bend your knees and drop them. That's that floating tabletop we did in our warm-up. Yes. All right, so get comfy there. You're hovering, your knee is right above the mat. Your weight is evenly distributed to the wrists, nice wide fingers. Okay, we're gonna slowly, carefully come in for a landing. And here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, starting all over again. We'll get another round. Turn the hip in, reach out, long and strong. Now, if you wanted to add some repetition, some in-out to this, please feel welcome to. Other side. Reach out. Try to turn that hip in. Long and strong. And we're going to touch down. We've got our down dog. It's our transition move. Not very long. You can come forward in the plank whenever you'd like. And then elbows in, slowly lowering yourself down towards your mat. Knees down, toes back, upper body, wide wingspan. That's it. Breathe through it. Enjoy. You can always self-spot if you'd like. So this time, other hand in front. And you can see Caitlin's leg there. You've got your half bow pose. Knees are together. Neck is relaxed. Release. Hands under shoulders, down dog. Heels back, hips are high. And we're going to go ahead and bend our knees and drop them into our floating tabletop. Hang on to that floating tabletop, okay? Sweat it out a little bit. All right, a great way to activate the core. Slowly come in, carefully come in for a landing. Opposite arm, opposite leg, last round. You know what to do, hips inwards. Reach it out there. And we've got our other side. All right. Turn those hips in, you can do it. Okay, let's hit our down dog, our transition move. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Not there long. We can go into our plank. Elbows in. Lower yourself down, that little push-up, tricep push-up. Knees down, toes back. And our wide wings. All right, good flying music, yes? So this time, little challenge for you. Start with one side, grab onto the ankle, and then the other side. That's full bow. Now if you would rather do the half bow, you saw we did those earlier, stick with one of those, lift your chest, push back on the legs. Release one side, followed by the other side. Push against the ground, pull on back to child's pose. We're going to flip on over into core 2. We're going to flip on over into core 2. So here you are. You've got one set of toes down, one set of toes up, and we turn. See that? So what I like to remind you is keep the angle and the knee long and point the toes. You're going to get participants that are going to want to have a narrowed knee angle. So it's going to be a coaching challenge for you. You get them to open up that knee. Elbows nice and wide. Grab the back of your legs and open up. Now sweep wide from the side and come on in. Let's do that again. Big backstroke. Open up. Wide at the side. Come on in. Now extend your legs with scissors. One leg comes down, one goes up. Couple things you can do. You can reach the hands forward, full challenge. You can make a hammock for your head. So see how the elbows are back behind the ears? You can reduce the lever, and you can even lay those shoulders down. So take this in stages. Find what works. Everybody bend your knees and rotate. Elbows are wide. That's it. Turn at the waist, not the neck. What I always say, the only pain in the neck in this class should be parking, right? Point the toes, like you're dipping a toe in the water, just to test out the temperature. Okay, we grab the backs of the legs and we open up long and strong. Sweep it wide from the side. And we do another. Long and strong. Wide from the side, you're going to extend those legs and a big scissors. Switch. All right. Elbows wide. Remember variations on what you can do with the upper body. You can try and keep those shoulders off the ground for a maximum challenge. You can make a hammock with the hands. Or you can make the lever smaller. You choose. 3, 2, elbows wide and rotate, turn. Last round. Got some good news for you. This round is shorter. All right. So if you'd like some little breathing advice, exhale into one turn, inhale into the other. That's it, hang in there. 4, 3, 2, let's grab the backs of our legs and open up. And then come in wide from the side. Another. Open up. We're coming in wide from the side. We extend that ankle and we've got our scissors. Yes. Go for it. Long legs. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Rock, rock, rock yourself up and over. Just a little more back work. The opposite of a crunch, the other side of the body. So, opposite arm, opposite leg, you go twice. One side, So that's 2 times. Then you can go ahead and stack the one arm down and then one arm under your forehead twice. So it's like this lower arm is your spotter. Now switch. Up. Notice how we're leaving our heads down. And then we've got the hand underneath. Our lower hand is our spotter. And we're doing that final extension. Yeah, that back extension, the opposite of a crunch. The opposite of spinal flexion. Let's do it again, other side, finish it off. 2 times. And underneath the head, up once. And twice. Okay, wow, we sure worked the core, didn't we? The core, didn't we? You know, it's pretty safe to say that when you do all that core work, your hips get tight. So let's go ahead and get ourselves comfy on our sits bones. We've got one knee. So that'll be the side we're going to do later. And let's do the other side now. Grab on. Good. Not time to fold laundry, it's time to fold this knee. We're going to go out to the side. Now, I'm going to do a different option than Caitlin's going to do. Decide where you'd like to go. You can stay with Caitlin or with me. This is different variation. So whichever you chose, get nice and comfy. To help maintain your upper body posture, you can reach the hands up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Take a couple breaths. This first round, the setup is a little longer. Later on, it's not going to be quite as slow of a setup. So we're here to open our hips up, which is exactly what we'll do. Breathe, relax those shoulders. And let's go ahead and fold forward. Yes. Reach long and strong, and then relax the hands towards you. This top leg that you folded is going to unfold. And notice Caitlin's going to bend her front knee. So we're both here together. Yep. Now if you wanted to tuck something underneath, like you could stick a yoga block under here, because you want to find your center here. We're going to reach up. We're going to reach forward. And we're going to stick an arm underneath and fold in. Yeah, so you got to kind of play with the angle of that knee. Get the most you can out of it. It's not an extreme hip opener, but it is a hip opener. Let's go ahead and fold back. And look at this, like magic. You're all set to go on the other side. Take this knee, fold it out. Option 1, option 2. Okay, let's reinforce that good upper body posture. Squeeze those shoulder blades, and we're all set to go. Like I said, less setup this round, and we reach forward. And walk your hands back towards you. Let's unfold that top leg. All right, and we're going to bend that front knee. You're going to find your center. Like I said, use helpers as needed to find that center. We're centered here. And we're going to come forward. We're going to tuck this arm and fold right on in. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back. And look at this. We're all set to go again. Let's go ahead and fold that knee out to the side. 1 or 2, you choose. Ah, it feels good. Reach on up, spread those fingers, squeeze those shoulder blades. A lot of upper body posture maintenance in our workout. Now we're going to bring our hands behind us this time, and we're going to squeeze the butt muscles. We're going to open up those hips to the front. Now notice in this instance, Caitlin's version may be a little more advanced than mine. So choose wisely. And we come down for a landing. We unfold and we put that leg behind us, palm in front of us, and we're just going to reach and we're going to open those hips up to the ceiling. We're going to squeeze the glutes again. And we come on down. And right away, we're over here. Look at that. We fold. 1 or 2. We've got our centering lift. And behind us, let's go ahead and lift up. Feels good to open up those hips. A good natural spot to find that. Put the head, I trust you'll find one. And then we're going to come down, we're going to unfold. There it is. Palm reaches. We lift the hips open to the ceiling. And sort of picking up right where we left off there, spiral twist. Spiral twists. Posture reinforcers is what they are. So you're going to have one knee down and you're going to have one right in front of you. So this hand across this foot and it goes across your body. Creating the spiral twist, you've got your counterbalance there. So you want to maintain that upper body posture. I like to use the back of my hand. If you kind of look at it, you'll find you've got yourself a good counterbalance. Good. Just a couple deep breaths while we're there. Even more of a twist, we're going to take this foot right over the thigh. We're just going to bring ourselves over to this side, put some attention over here, give our knee a hug. Hello, knee. And we can bring the elbow to the inside, look a little more. It's so easy to have a tense shoulder and a tense neck, so just kind of detensify that shoulder and neck. So coming up, you're going to leave your legs where they are, but you are going to turn the upper body. Ready? Let's go. Oh, yes. So again, if you want to try and get both buttocks down, it's not always achievable when you first start doing this, but set it as a goal. So we uncross, and now we're going to flip-flop. So now we've got the other hand over that other foot. Counterbalance with the other hand. So this overhand version may not work for everybody. You may see some people who want to reach over the toes, and that's fine too. So think about what's accessible to you and to others. We've got us looking at the back of our hand. And we can set that foot right over that thigh. We'll come over and say hello to our knee. We can bring this elbow to the inside. Oh, good stuff. So again, we're going to leave the legs where they are. But we're going to turn the upper body to the other side. And then you're going to sort of unwrap and come out of that twist onto all fours. So set that up. So here you are, your knees right under your hips, your hands spread nice and wide. Now, take a moment, because there is a little bit of setup to this. You want to try and get one leg through, right on through the middle of your hand. So there it is. Take a moment to do that. And then once you've got that, you're going to push on that heel. So we're in our lunge position, and you bring those hands together in sort of like a prayer. And we're going to turn and tip. Now you can stay here, and Caitlin's going to stay here, or you can come with me, and you can tuck the toes and lift up. Either way, go ahead and spread those hands open, whether you've got the knee up or down. Open up. That's it. Hang on to that. If you're with me, you want to really evenly distribute the weight through the front heel and those back toes. hang on a little longer. All right, folks. Let's come in, take this hand down, come in for a landing. You're gonna swap out legs. Push on that front heel. Since we know where we're going this time, a little quicker setup. You're gonna turn and tip. Spread the hands open. You can come up with me or stay with the one knee down. Breathe through. Enjoy this twist spiral. Just a little longer. Oh, good stuff. Reach. So this top hand is going to come down. Hands go to either side. Bring that knee down. And now this time, you're going to take that leg back. Just kind of ease that foot back. And you're going to bring your sit bones right on top of the heels. Lightning or hero pose. Hero pose. Show me your palms. This is kind of how we're going to end our workout, is this little transition here. So you bring your palms over to one side, tip onto your hip, unfold those legs, and here you are, all ready for hamstrings. So we're going to do a forward fold. So our attention finishes off our final track here, our hamstrings. This is the good old sit and reach. Maybe each new exhale you do, you just grab a little bit more of that foot. Your knees are turned inwards. So now, here's a chance to really reach a little more. You're going to keep one leg straight and the other one bent. Now, reach even longer. Add the other arm. Now you've got a good chunk of that foot. All the while, you're keeping this kneecap turned inwards, facing the ceiling. I feel like this one-legged sit and reach gets us more on an even playing field, huh? So we're going to release that. We're going to bend this knee, two hands to grab the foot, and tip back. That's it. Try to keep that upper body posture. Now move down the leg a little bit. Oh, a little bit more hamstring stretch with that one. Just moving my microphone because we got a little more travel for you here. You're going to go ahead and take this bottom leg and straighten it out. And you are gently going to roll on back. All right. So both hips are turned inwards, nice long leg. And feel free to grab any part of the back of this leg that's comfortable for you. Spend some time here. So we're going to bend this knee, and we're going to bring the other knee in. We're going to rock ourselves up to that sit and reach again. Reach for those feet. Now, when we reach forward like that, you can always shimmy your hands down your legs. If you're thinking about unsupported spinal flexion there, it's okay, because you can always shimmy down instead of just a big swooping reach, okay? So we've got our other knee bent, our other leg straight, our one-legged forward fold here. Big reach. Maybe with each new exhale, you grab a little more of your foot. Feel free to breathe at your own pace. Great job. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, grab onto that foot, and extend. All right, keeping that good upper body posture. Squeeze those shoulder blades as you extend that leg. Now you can move the hands down and calf a little bit. Oh, good stuff. Okay, so let's set ourselves up. We're going to straighten out the bottom leg. And prepare to roll always landing the head softly.
I'll be thinking about you. I'll be thinking about you.
Okay, hold on to that back of that leg as comfortably as you'd like. Hang on a little longer.
I'll be thinking about you. I'll be thinking about you. I'll be thinking about you.
And bend both knees. You're going to rock yourself up into our final forward fold. Like I said, you can do a big reach forward or you can shimmy your hands down your legs. Enjoy this last forward fold here. Try to keep both kneecaps facing the ceiling. Now, do you remember when we started this hamstring adventure? That little lightning pose we did? Hands are going to go to the side. Tip onto one hip. Bend both knees. Tuck the heels behind you. Come right on up. Now, if you want to do a seated cross leg, you're welcome to do that. We've got our hero pose for you. Let's bring the hands together. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, and that was Vinyasa Fusion Volume 1, and we'll see you later. Bye.